Welcome to the Clearly Beneficial podcast, the show where we rip off the Band-Aid and explore the future of healthcare, benefits, and the people driving innovation in the industry. This episode is brought to you by Health Next, the company leading the way in helping employers build enduring cultures of health and well-being, reducing medical cost trends, and increasing organizational performance. To learn more how they can help you, visit healthnext.com.
Today, I was just reading something a few minutes ago about the downside of GLP-1s. So right now, I read a statistic that 18% of people in the U.S. are now taking a GLP-1 for weight loss. and that's fine, because when you look at the data, some 50 to 60% of Americans are overweight or obese. So, do the math. But the downside, and this was based upon a study of 77,000 patients, is that you stop taking the GLP-1, you start gaining the weight back, and you'll gain it back, within a year and a half. And so that led me to think, wow, so you got to take these things your whole life. Now, the price of these things is about to come down in the pill form to about $200 a month. And insurance companies are only going to start covering it, maybe, I don't know, once the price gets down, and who knows, it might even go lower. It went down pretty fast from, $1,200 to $2,000 a month down to $120 a month or $200 a month. So, we may see the price drop even more. So where does that leave us? And then I got reflecting about my own personal health, right? I mean, I had a family history of cardiovascular disease. I mean, my dad died of a blocked artery and a heart attack at an age of which I'm only 3 years younger than he was when he died. So it got to me thinking that, about 20-something years ago, I had a blocked artery and I had a stent put in, and I've been taking Lipitor or atorvastatin for all that period of time, because if I drop off the atorvastatin, my cholesterol goes up. I mean, I'm genetically predisposed to higher cholesterol. So it made me think, I've been taking atorvastatin for 23 years, and it keeps my cholesterol in check. And I haven't tried the experiment now that I've lost a bunch of weight. What is my natural cholesterol if I actually, dropped off the drug? But that being said, I'm paying generically something like $10 a month for that drug. Okay. And I'm going to take it until the day I die. Right. So what's wrong with someone who chooses to spend $200 a month on a drug that helps them lose weight and potentially, even in the long run, keep it off? And that's a pretty big, thing to think about, especially as prices will continue to come down. And, in some point, maybe there's a generic version of these drugs. And so that's a choice. And if you look at it, if you're going to spend $200 a month on a drug to keep your weight off and maintain it, what is $200? That's the cost of a couple of dinners out, and probably dinners out you didn't want to eat in the first place. So while the media may want to make it as a bad thing, oh my God, you got to take this thing forever. Some people do take drugs forever to keep their weight managed, or their cholesterol managed, or their blood pressure managed. And because the cost of drugs is in terms of when things are able to go generic, is quite reasonable, then I have no argument with any of that. So anyway, thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Appreciate the followers. We've now clipped over 10,000 views and downloads, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you for listening, and please feel free to share and like and comment, and would love to hear your thoughts on all these things. Take care. This podcast reflects the personal views of the host and guests, not their employers or sponsors. See you next time.